Okay, hopefully you can see this. I can't look at my iPad. For some reason it won't connect. When you want to do your stockings and put them together, choose an outside fabric, a backing fabric that you like, and you can either cut it to the exact dimensions of your stocking or do as I have here where it's a little larger all the way around, and you'll sew it from one end all the way around to the top of the other. Then go ahead and turn it right side out. So you would have your stocking finished, and now it just needs to be lined. You'll take 2 pieces of lining fabric and you'll start sewing at the top, go around, and this has probably a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Go around, and I stop at the heel usually, and I give a good amount in between so I can stick my hand in when I'm done, and then leave an opening and start sewing again to the top. I always reinforce at the stop and start, and then just turn the front of the stocking right side out and leave this wrong side out. Put the two together by sticking the front into this stocking. Another thing you're going to need is a tab for hanging the stocking. I'm not going to bother putting it in right now because I have to be really pay attention to how I sew and everything when it's in there. I'll just take this out and redo it because I didn't put a name on this yet anyway, so I will be tearing out stitches no matter what. So then I just pull it so that it's in there without any crinkles or wrinkles. And you'll take, to make your tab, take a piece of material. This is probably 2.5 inches by 6. You can make it any length you want. And what you do is fold it in half into itself on both sides, then fold it in half again and sew it down the side so that you have a tab, and you'd end up with a tab. You would turn it like this and put it on the side where the heel is and just set it. You'll set it down here with, this is the 2 sides, and put a pin and just set it in there and put a pin. This is going to be a little heavy to go over, but let's say that tab is in there. So what you'll do is put this on your free arm and just sew around. And you can do, I usually do from where the needle is to the edge, which is maybe a 1/2 inch, maybe a little less. And just, you'll want to do some enforcement stitches here. This machine's been upgraded, so it does have the pressure foot up and down that I love. Just go around. Now, when you get to this part, you would have this sitting in here. You could put it in at this point. You just take your tab, set it in there, and then you're going to sew over it. And I would go back and forth several times. Come back around and reinforce it, and there you go. It'll do it automatically now. And then you reach in here and pull it out. Turn your stocking on this end. Do all your, I would probably press this with an iron. Then what you will do is that opening that you had, you will just sew it closed. You would use matching thread. Let's sew this closed. And push the lining inside the stocking. Push it down in there. A lot of times what I'll do too, once I get it all the way I like it, I will, now you have your tab, you have it, you're going to want to work on this a lot more than I am, but you're going to pull it all up so that it's nice and neat. Then you're going to put it back on. You don't have to, I like to do this, and I will stitch all the way around, do a top stitch. Stocking would be complete.